Let's go G5. Let's go American Athletic. Let's go win or go home game UTSA at Tulane. Tulane, the graphic says +3.5. I believe they're -3.5. Apologies for that graphic mistake. But this is a battle of two very good quarterbacks. But also UTSA has looked good. And Tulane, I know, is more talented than UTSA, but Tulane also has not looked great.
Are they that much more talented? I mean, a neutral site this game to pick them.
I think they're more talented. Like defensively, they're more like this. I think this line is at where it's at because UTSA is going this way and Tulane is going
They have
even keel.
They have limped. They have not had an impressive AAC run. I get it. They're 7-0. They beat Memphis right out of Memphis. That's impressive. Everybody else in the CSA, other than that top four, not very good, and they've kind of limped their way through a lot of the bottom half of the American. I'm sorry, I said CUSA. I meant American.
Well, I mean, UTSA was in the CUSA just a year ago.
I see North Texas. I see Rice. I see FAU, and I think the CUSA.
Yeah. For this game, again, this isn't like a big time rivalry, right? So, but for this game, right, rivalry week, you can kind of use your numbers, right? You can kind of use your logic.
And it's a new game
and talk yourself into like, okay, this team does this well, this team does this well. Tulane is a really, really, really strong sense of stopping the run. Doesn't really matter in this scenario. I think UTSA is going to be able to throw the ball. I think Frank Harris is good. I don't know, man. They want this really bad. Jeff Traylor wants this really bad for his boys. This is a really good senior class for him. This is a class that potentially might land him a job somewhere else. So these boys are really special to them. I think they get up for this game. I like UTSA. I'm gonna take them +3.5, but I'm gonna do something really weird. I'm gonna take Tulane money line. So Tulane to win, but UTSA +3.5. And the reason for that, I like UTSA. Like if you're gonna give me the 3 and the hook, like and I was like, going to bet this game, I would bet UTSA, but I also Tulane's done it well, right? I think Michael Pratt's a really good quarterback that wins ball games, and this defense has gotten up and made some plays when they need it. So I'm all over. Give me UTSA +3.5. I'll take Tulane though to win straight up.
Now, speaking of Jeff Traylor, right, in that coaching search, like, do you think that's going to affect this game?
I don't think so. I mean, if you saw him talk like at senior night last week, and they're asking him like, "Oh," to preface, Jeff Traylor is a potential candidate for the Texas A&M job. That's no secret. It's been confirmed that he did take an interview, I believe. So he was asked about, the Texas A&M job, and he was like, I think that's incredibly inappropriate to ask because he's like, let's talk about Frank Harris, who, by the way, that game had like 400 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, like 7 total touchdowns. He was a monster. He's like, let's talk about Frank Harris Jr. Let's talk about these seniors, right? This is their night. Let's forget all that stuff. I think he's all bought in. These players are bought into him. They want to win this whole dang thing. I think both of these teams are better than SMU. I really believe that. For some reason, SMU, it feels like they haven't played anyone. Like it still feels like they haven't gotten like a good win. Memphis was a good win, right? But at the same time, that defense is terrible for Memphis, and that played right into the SMU's cards.
That's the thing.
And so give me UTSA here. I'd like to see the Roadrunners win the American their first year in it.
Yeah, I'm for that reason. I'm going to take UTSA to win and to cover. I think Jeff Traylor. I think those guys, they're special. They came to the AAC to win, and straight up they wanted to come here and compete in year one, and they have done that. They have really gotten after everybody they've played. Now, you talk about not playing anybody in conference. They have played nobody. Their best win probably is South Florida, maybe FAU. Everybody else on that roster is terrible. And obviously you struggled early in the season, but you have Frank Harris out. You were some other injuries. Like, this is not the same UTSA team.
Yeah, throw that Army game
in September.
Throw that Army game out the window. And you haven't had Kavorian Barnes either. So and no Zachary Franklin. I mean, you throw that early season out the window. This is a different team. Frank Harris is balling right now. He is balling.
Absolutely. This game, I believe, is Friday night. which is awesome. Friday afternoon. I'm so sorry.
There's a great Friday slate.
There is.
There's a fantastic
Meaningful
Friday
football.
slate this week.
This has a group of 5
New Year's Six.
6 bowl games implications for sure. Not only AAC implications, but like the New Year's 6 implications as well. Would love to see one of these teams in one of those bowl games for sure.
I agree. I like both these teams. Tulane, I still think, has some of the sickest jerseys and helmets out there. I love it so much. But also, I just like the grit that UTSA has. Just being that. Oh, I love the blue collar. Love the blue collar school that UTSA is.